Attention passionate Atlanta, Falcons fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC South and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Atlanta Falcons' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Atlanta Falcons fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Atlanta, FALCONS. Let's get to the news now. Hold on to your hats because there's some serious buzz swirling around the NFC South, and it involves a potential blockbuster move that could reshape how the Falcons approach the rest of the season and beyond. Rumors are swirling that the Detroit Lions might be open to trading Penei Sewell, their star right tackle, to Atlanta. Yeah, you heard that right. And if this deal happens, it could be one of the most impactful trades for the Falcons in recent memory. Let's unpack what's going on and why this could be a game changer for Atlanta. First, a quick look at the context. The Lions, sitting at 8-4, are in a prime position to compete for a playoff spot and possibly even push for a deep run in the postseason. But they're also facing some tough decisions. Their cap space is around $22 million, and they're leaning into a rebuild that's focused on strengthening their defense and adding young talent at the skill positions, especially wide receivers. Penei Sewell, since being drafted in 2021, has become one of the league's premier right tackles. With over 70 starts under his belt, a career PFF grade of 92, three Pro Bowl selections, Sewell is widely regarded as one of the best in the league at his position. His durability and elite pass protection, especially this year, make him a highly sought-after asset. In the 2025 season, Sewell has been nothing short of exceptional. He played all 13 games without allowing a single sack, a rare feat for an offensive lineman of his caliber. His run-blocking grade hovers around 91, and he's been instrumental in opening lanes for the Lions' rushing attack, which has been quite productive. His EPA per run is plus 0.22, indicating he's helping generate positive plays on the ground. He's also faced minimal pressure, just 12 pressures all season, and maintains an impressive win rate of 89%. His double-team rate is around 52%, highlighting how teams often try to neutralize him, but he still manages to excel. What makes Sewell so valuable isn't just his stats, but his consistency and technique. His hand placement efficiency is at 94%, and he's shown no signs of significant injuries or setbacks. In Week 9, he showcased perfect protection, allowing 0 hits on the quarterback, which is a testament to his skill and focus. This season, Sewell has contributed significantly to the Lions' rushing yards, boosting their ground attack by plus 210 yards in 2024. His presence on the line elevates the overall offensive stability, giving Jared Goff more time in the pocket and reducing sacks drastically. Now, why would the Lions consider trading Sewell? Well, the answer lies in their strategic priorities. Their defense is allowing an average of 23.4 points per game, which is a bit higher than they'd like, and they're aiming to bolster their pass rush and secondary. Plus, Sewell's cap hit is around $24 million, which is a hefty investment, especially when they're looking to shore up other areas like edge rushers and defensive backs. Reports suggest that Detroit might be open to moving Sewell for a first-round pick in 2026, giving them more flexibility to draft young talent and focus on their rebuilding process. It's a calculated move, similar to what other teams in recent years have done, shifting their resources and draft capital to build a more balanced and explosive roster. But what about the Falcons? Well, if Atlanta manages to pull off this trade, it would be a massive boost for their offensive line, which has struggled with injuries and consistency this season. With Mahogany's knee injury in Week 10 and Manu's ankle issue in Week 8, their protection has been tested. Sewell, regarded as the anchor of the line, would bring stability and elite pass protection, significantly reducing sacks, potentially by around 30%. His addition could elevate the Falcons' rushing attack, increasing their rushing yards per game by about 6 yards and boosting the overall EPA, expected points added, by roughly 15%, making their offense more dynamic and unpredictable. Let's dive a little deeper into what Sewell would bring specifically to Atlanta. His ability to dominate in pass protection, allowing just 4 QB hits in 2025 and only 18 pressures, would give Desmond Ridder more time to read the field and make plays. His run-blocking grade of 91 makes him a perfect fit for Atlanta's ground game, enabling Bijan Robinson to find more lanes and increase his yards after contact. Sewell's presence would amplify the Falcons' offensive identity, physical, balanced, and aggressive on both sides of the ball. On the defensive side, this move would help the Falcons control the clock better, keeping their defense fresh and reducing opponents' scoring opportunities. If the Falcons can cut their average points allowed from 26, 8 down by 10%, that's a significant improvement. Their cap space, around $11 million after some adjustments, could be used to make further roster upgrades, either through cuts or additional signings. This strategic infusion of talent through Sewell could raise their chances of winning close games, an area where they've struggled at times this season, with Bijan's yards after contact increasing by roughly 0.9 yards per carry. The Falcons could become more efficient on offense, helping Desmond Ridder develop more confidence and consistency. From a broader perspective, the move makes sense in terms of the NFC South landscape. The Falcons are eyeing a deep playoff run, and adding Sewell would boost their Super Bowl odds significantly. Currently, their chances are around plus 15-0, but with Sewell on board, some analysts believe those odds could shrink to as low as plus 7-0. That's a huge jump, and it underscores just how valuable Sewell's presence could be in elevating Atlanta's championship hopes. His addition would be akin to upgrading the entire trenches, both offensive and defensive, and that's often where playoff runs are won or lost. Historically, having an elite offensive line makes all the difference. Teams like the 49ers, Eagles, and Chiefs have shown that. Sewell's impact in Detroit has already been substantial, and his movement to Atlanta could be the final piece to solidify their front line. The Falcons have been investing in their roster, and this move could be the catalyst that pushes them over the edge, especially if they want to contend seriously in the postseason. The Falcons' coaching staff would likely be thrilled to have Sewell anchoring their line, providing stability and leadership for years to come. Of course, there are some hurdles and questions. The Lions might be cautious about trading Sewell because of his youth and potential, but if the right offer comes along, like a first-round pick in 2026, they might be persuaded. The Falcons, on their end, would need to make cap space work and agree on the terms, but the potential rewards outweigh the risks. This move could set a precedent for Atlanta to become a dominant force in the trenches, which is always a recipe for success in the NFL. In conclusion, this rumored trade is shaping up to be one of the most exciting and impactful moves of the offseason. If it happens, it would send a clear message that the Falcons aren't messing around. They're serious about contention, about building a team that can compete at the highest level, and about finally breaking through to reach the Super Bowl. Sewell's elite talent, combined with Atlanta's aspirations, could turn their entire season around and set the stage for a new era of Falcons football. Fans should keep their eyes peeled because this story isn't over yet, and the coming weeks could bring some very exciting developments. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Atlanta Falcons news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Atlanta Falcons fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential blockbuster trade? Do you think Sewell is the missing piece that could propel Atlanta into serious Super Bowl contention? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Falcons. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Atlanta Falcons news. Keep the passion alive, and let's see what the future holds for our beloved team.